Greetings and welcome to another exciting episode of the Planetary Persuader. I am Kozmic Kev, your host. So, what are we looking at this weekend? Well, we got ourselves a moon in Scorpio. And the moon is in, probably like the nakshatra of Swati today, which is the air nakshatra of the moon. So it's like a reed. It's also extremely majestic, hungry for money. Tamasic, maybe some would say, dealing with earthly works, and this is kind of like our peak of when we want to do that. But it's also a little bit fragile, like a swaying reed. It's Vayu. So anyhow, it's Scorpio moon, but it all loves love. It loves love on this Venus day, and what fun things happen? Well, the sun is out of Capricorn now, and it is in Aquarius. What? And Aquarius is the other Saturn-ruled sign. I mean, we now associate the planet Uranus with it as well, but Saturn still works. Saturn brings wisdom. Saturn gives you the ability to do things without a lot. Saturn is about renouncing things of the world. Like even the trees renounce their leaves. They shed all their leaves by winter solstice, Capricorn time. So there's this whole thing of renouncement. Now, Capricorn deals with the renouncement of earth and those kind of practicalities, or to be more aware of how to utilize them more efficiently. Aquarius is more into concepts and knowledge and human behavior, psychology. Its key phrases I know, but it's renouncing the convention. It's like, everyone's at the festival partying in the sun, and the Aquarium's like, look at those idiots. I don't want anything to do with that. Or they're like, oh my God, this is going to be the greatest party ever. We're going to do this. It's going to be amazing, and they're all, gaga about the whole thing. It's really about fixed air, even though Aquarius is called the bearer of water, it's an air sign. And in Western astrology, air is what rules the nervous system. It's the female aspect of male energy. So it's essentially male, it's yang, it's air, but it's the softer part. It's not like fire. It's like, come on my face, I'll burn you, So, there's a certain coldness. And there's a certain detachment. And I guess if people wanted to say what's the most unromantic sign in the zodiac, it'd probably be Aquarius. Now they'll defeat that. Oh, I'll go through all bounds and do things. But remember, most of these people have Venus and Mars in different signs. You have a different moon sign. Nobody is just one sign. But Aquarius is air. It's not emotional. It's mental. It's an air trip. So think about that for now. And what other fun things can we have going on here? Not really much. I mean, okay, so Thursday, just a little bit out after midnight, Gung Hei Fat Choi. New moon. Well, moon goes into Aquarius, but then there'll be a new moon at 4:07 p.m. next Friday. And that will mark the year of the rooster. So ostensibly, this is the last part of the fire monkey, which is actually the Chinese sign where the United States became a nation. Go figure, right? Okay. So, with all that said, here we go, without any further ado, sign by sign. We're going to make this happen for you, beginning with you, Aries, on the Planetary Persuader. So, greetings, Aries. Welcome to your horoscope. it's pretty similar to last week. The thing I would say is you got a lot of karma right now. Aries is most Aries people I know, they're very much into the immediate. They want things to be very honest, very clear, easy and simple to understand. I'll put it this way. There's a lot of unfinished business in your life. You enjoy freedom, you enjoy being kind of revolutionary with Uranus in your first house, but you got issues with your partner right now as to what makes a good spiritual life, what makes happiness. And so expanding upon that happiness. The other thing is to look at the value of education and foreign travel and see how that can inspire you. And your social life is more a center of attention now that the sun's in Aquarius. So helpful friends. This is a good time where you deal with good karma. So that's happy. Happy. Happy is a nice flavor. I like happy. You like happy. I like happy. We all like happy. Let's do the happy dance. All right. Greetings, Taurus. And you can do the happy dance too. Or, at least the happy graze. We've got a lot of planets in the 11th house right now. We have Venus, we have Mars, we have Chiron, we have the South Node, we've got Neptune. And we also have this feeling that we need to plan for the future and really prepare for it in a good way. Now the sun just moved out of your 9th house into your 10th house. So career activity is a lot more important now. And having a good public image is a lot more important now. So if you were to put an ad out, these are my services, this is what I do for the world, that's a good thing to do right now. If you were looking for a new job or a source of employment where you feel like you could be useful and use your best talents and skills, this is a good opportunity for you to do that. So that's where I would put my energy, that's where I'd put my focus, and I'd also be aware of what's an eccentric or unusual way of doing business and having work, because that's kind of how you are in career. You like to do things eccentrically and weird because of Aquarius ruling your 10th house. Isn't that amazing? That's how it works. It's how it works, folks. Okay. So, Gemini, welcome to your horoscope. Well, we've got Mercury is still in Capricorn. Moving forward, though, rapidly. So that's in your 8th house, along with Pluto. So there's this element of transformation that's been happening. Now the sun's in your 9th house. Remember I told you I'd give you a nicer horoscope this week? I didn't lie. Here it comes. Your luck has gotten better. And now you're ready for more advanced studies, more exotic experiences, travel new places, go try new things. This is your destiny right now. So what I would do is take some risk, get yourself out there a little more. Pursue the things that are of interest to you and make you feel good, that make you feel better. And allow yourself to keep doing the research, uncover, ask people questions and seem to know things that they're not letting on. This weekend, I'd say just, lay low the first half because, it's probably going to be better for your health to do that. Sunday looks like a better day for you. Sunday, Monday will be moon in the 7th house. There'll be a sense of balance and a sense that you can make things work. And also it'll be like, oh, well, this is what is wrong with my partnership that's really depressing me about it. There's that. The best thing to do to be good in a partnership is love yourself, no matter what. And just don't trip out on what the other person's doing. Oh yeah, they're another person. And if you let them do their thing, chances are good they'll give you some space and love as time goes on. Not always though, so. This is a warning. Oh boy, yeah. Love is hard. People are hard. Life is nuts. You've got a lot of leadership ability still, Gemini, because of all those planets right now in your midheaven, your career house. It is a good time for you to get work, and it's a good time for you to explore options in other places. Yeah. Siree Bub. Well, hello, Cancer, and welcome to your horoscope. So, we're in this waning moon period. Yeah. It means the moon is shrinking. Oh no! Why is the moon? Moon is shrinking as a punishment to the moon loving Rohini so much. Well, anyhow, the moon is, like I said before, it was in Swati this weekend. It's in Scorpio, so it's in your 5th house, Friday, Saturday. And so these are really good days for working on your own creative energy. Now, Sun moving out of Capricorn into Aquarius is not like a big fun picnic news for Cancer. What I tell people is, when you're going through the 8th house, allow other people to help you. Allow other people to make decisions, even if they're bad decisions. Try to just leave it alone, and then you'll be able to fix it once the sun goes back into your 9th house, whatever happens. If you can just kind of because it's sort of like an ego crushing time. These are the 2nd house is like what you have, and the 8th house is what other people have. And one thing I've noticed about American culture is, my God, we are really good at showing what other people have and presenting that as if it was the norm to increase ridiculous amounts of debt-consuming consumption. So, be happy with what you got and keep spreading your love, because on the other hand, with all this, all these planets in the 9th house show that you are very lucky and that you could win the lottery. Magic is afoot. God is alive. And I think you could, something happy. I have happy thoughts for you. And you're happy at home because Jupiter's in your 4th house. Not only are you Cancer, but it's extra happy at home with Jupiter in the 4th house. Or at least the challenge is to make it happy at home. Or you're just struggling with a big gigantic remodel that you're trying to expand your house or buy a bigger house and yada 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 yada. This is real. Hello, Leo. Welcome to your horoscope. Okay. So yeah, we gotta do the Leo thing here. Let's do the Leo thing. Let's do that Leo thing. Okay. So, we're talking the coldest sign in the zodiac, and you're the hottest sign in the zodiac, okay? So, hottest sign meet coldest sign this week. It's interesting. Generally speaking, Leo, you come from the heart, yet sometimes you engage in superficial, fluffy personas that seem kind of nice, but could easily be interpreted as insincere or arrogant or full of bluster. Oh, not me, never. Yeah, I know. You're just being friendly. I get you. No, we're cool. But, so, and your partner is this, much more introspective, brooding, occasionally weird and boisterous like you, but coming from a different place. King of Fire meet Queen of Ice. This is the deal here. And whenever you're with a Saturn-ruled sign in your 7th house, there's limits in relationships. There's things that happen that you realize, oh man, this relationship is limited. And let's face it, Leo, your heart is so big, so wide open. It's like, you love everybody. It's like, why should I settle for just one person? My God, they can't. They don't meet all my big, gigantic, royal partying moods. I understand. It gets crazy out there, though. And once you've pretty much sold yourself out, you realize that there is a need for discrimination. And that's where our friend Virgo comes in. Virgo, greetings and welcome to your horoscope. Okay. So this weekend is more about working on your inner life, but if you had siblings or old friends from high school or something coming by, or college saying hi, it's a good weekend for that. And it's a good weekend to just kind of be with your tribe, take care of what you need to take care of, move forward from there. Sun is transiting your 6th house, which is kind of like Virgo, so it's almost like you don't even know it. Even though it's a difficult house, you're like, oh my gosh, difficulties every day. So this is your time to work on your health, number 1. Get organized, number 2. help others with a charitable cause. You know, the 6th house is in drishti to the 12th house. I mean, that means it's gazing at the 12th house. That's its opposite. So 12th house deals with our karma. 6th house is the remedy to our karma. So we can do things to make good karma here during this transit. I think you should know this. You will do very well. And we got a really happy, creative Capricorn moon that the Virgos are going to love, right? And that is Tuesday afternoon through Thursday. So Tuesday afternoon through Thursday, you're in an extra creative mood. Utilize it, you know. Be a part of that. And keep on loving. Keep on opening up your heart, because the love vibe is great. You got all these planets in the 7th house. I've been feeling it. You know, something happened this week. When Venus went into Pisces, it's just like, suddenly all this love is coming down. And I'm liking it. Thank you for the love. That's all I want to say. And, you know, don't be afraid to be creative, Virgo. Don't be afraid to use those gifts, because the world needs them right now. Hello, Libra, and welcome to your horoscope. So, you know, when I see someone with a stellium of planets in the 6th house, I get this impression that they've got like 2 or 3 jobs. There's deadlines. Maybe they got to get their taxes in, or somebody else's taxes, and there's all this paperwork. And there's all this busy work. There's all these people. Maybe they have uncles and aunts, small pets that need help. Maybe they're part of an annual fundraiser for a creative cause, or picking out, doing some kind of detail work, getting rid of things. A lot of work. One thing you could do with this too is that if you have a little bit of leisure time, is make yourself stronger. You know, your Mars is transiting the 6th house, so you know it makes you physically stronger person. There's just a lot of work to do, and it can be overwhelming. So the thing I would say is, try to demand allow yourself a half hour extra sleep. Like if you normally sleep 8, give yourself 8.5. You normally sleep 7, sleep 7.5. You know, if you normally sleep 9, sleep 9.5. You know, whatever it takes, give yourself that little bit of extra to recover, and that way you'll be way, way happier. And you know, you're just engaging with a lot of weirdos with Uranus in the 7th house. It's just this period of just unpredictable things due to the relationship. It's, oh my God, honey, did your in-laws decide to come again? Oh my God, I can't stand them. Yes, my brother-in-law's a Trump supporter. He thinks he's like really smart, like he had some kind of epiphany about this. You know, I'm like going, oh my gosh, I'm scratching my head thinking, okay, well, I mean, it's good, you know. I mean, you know, God save the Queen and King and all that stuff. I get that, you know. We're happy to live in a good country, but I think it's the country's really people. It's not just a few executives running around telling us what to do, is it? You know, that's what some people like. Well, you know, and I think you're going to have, there are good days ahead, you know, and I think by next Friday, you will be feeling so much better, Libra. So, hello, Scorpio. Yep, it's all about you. Welcome to your horoscope. Okay. So, you know, Mars ruled, Pluto ruled, 3rd house, 5th house had some emphases because of Pluto in the 3rd, and, but, you know, now that the Sun's in Aquarius, there's a lot more family stuff, there's a lot more involving your mom and dad and your heritage, and maybe the situation, your domestic situation as well, where you live, you know, and finding a way to ground and be okay with that. So move forward, be open in your heart, but don't put yourself in a way that's going to hurt you. You know, you got a lot of creative energy, and you want to continue to use that, but you also want to respect your own feelings right now. Get into why you feel a certain way, you know, and I could see that. I think what I realized a lot as a Scorpio Sun in Western is like when people barge in on your space unwanted. Don't like it. I just don't want it, you know. It's like they might be lovely people though, and I don't want to be mean to potentially lovely people, but I just kind of want to have my space respected. I think if you put it that way, they'll understand. Well, hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your horoscope. So Aquarius time is a pretty cool time for you because it rules your 3rd house. And the 3rd house is about the learning. It's about communication. It's about siblings. It's about the high school and college years to some sense. I mean, they say elementary education. I booted it up with a prolonged adolescence, right? Yeah, I kind of give it like the wheel of the zodiac and the houses, in my mind, are symbolic of 7 years of life, basically, from first house all the way through the 12. So, you live to be 84 years old, then you're starting all over again after that, basically, yeah. And, you might get as much as another 28 years after that. That's totally possible, but probably not much more than that. And it's rare, I know that. It's rare that people live to be 112, but that's, it's within the realm of possibilities. So, you've got Saturn's a stop sign, and Jupiter's the go or grow sign. So your personal life has kind of been at more of a slower pace, kind of a halter, let's not move quickly, which is really contrary to how you mostly go. But your friends are like, hey, yeah, let's keep going, this is fun, let's just do this. But your personal life is like, man, I want my emotions to be at peace. And this is a time, clean a space in your room or somewhere in the house, have a little altar where you can meditate, pray, think about things that are really positive in your life. And even if you're atheist, you can still make a little altar shrine about things that make you feel good. Your favorite atheist people that died and went to nowhere. And, or they enlighten you because they're still alive today and they tell you good things to be good and not judge people by whatever their belief is, because we're not our beliefs, and your key phrase is I see, I visualize. So you might do some genealogical research right now. That might be really fun. Find out things about your family. Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your horoscope. Yes. Okay, so it takes time and a tick time, and so now that we're in Aquarius time, the emphasis is on your second house. That's money. That's money. That's your throat chakra or your throat. And it's also about family members to some extent and what your values are. So this is like a test of your values. But if things have been, a little bit not so good financially, they can improve. Now, a lot of communication issues, a lot of transportation and travel issues with the stellium in your third house. Yeah, so you got Ketu, which is the south node, and you have Venus, and you have Mars, and you've got Neptune, and you got Chiron. That's five of them out there going blah 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 blah, a lot of stuff in the place that deals with your environment. So, and a lot of times Pisces isn't good at boundaries. It's artistic, but it could also be kind of muddled. So it's like, I'd say getting things in order. The remedy for Pisces is Virgo, and Virgo's about, hey, let's be orderly, let's be discriminating, let's simplify. So I think that is the way to negotiate and just deal with your karma, Capricorn. You got to deal with your karma. We all do. Don't leave it for us to deal with your karma. All right. Now, greetings, Aquarius, and welcome to your horoscope. So, what's bubbling? Well, this is your time of renewal. And I mean, it's really not until Aquarius time that we're actually finally going, oh my God, the sun is starting to come back a little, thank goodness. It was so dark. It's not quite as bad. It might even get warmer, a little. It's mostly cold though, and we're in that deadlock of cold. And so since Western astrology is based on seasons rather than where the zodiac actually is, it's, this is a time when we focus on cold. And with Moon in Scorpio, Friday, Saturday, good time to show your talents and skills. Since there's all these planets in your second house, it's really a lot about money right now and making money and asserting your values and letting people know what those values are. At the same time, you're also in an environment that's somewhat unpredictable. because of Uranus being in the third house. And sometimes you communicate in a weird way. Sometimes I do too, and I forget. It's like just direct, simple. People don't always understand everything, especially if you text something or you make like some kind of comment on Tumblr or Instagram or Facebook or something. You got to like know not everybody sees or knows the context of what you're saying. So everything's subject to everyone else's judgment, even if it's inconsistent with what you meant. Yeah. That's the reality. It's kind of scary in a way, but Sun, you're in your heart, and actually you're kind of like the flavor of the month now. People love that. You like to be flavor of the month, and you got good friends with Saturn in the 11th house, and and Uranus in the third. I think both of those are kind of like friendly houses or trying to each other. So I mean, Aquarius is going to throw the party that rocks the party. All right, you rock the house that rocks the party. I rock the party that rocks the party. I don't know. Somebody's going to rock the party that rocks the party. That's all. Okay, Pisces, this is our wind-up as we're closing in on our horoscope for this week. So, I guess it's like for you, every day has been kind of like a birth or a renewal. You've got those 4 planets in your first house. You've got, Ketu, Venus, Mars, Neptune, Chiron. So there's this thing of like, I need to be a healer. I need to I need to help others even though I feel wounded or crippled or thwarted myself. I need to be a lover that loves on a deep level. I need to spend more energy dancing or cross-country skiing or swimming and being physical in a flow method, flow method of movement. But it's like the sun is in my 12th house, so I'm dealing with all this karma. And it's easy to be a part of my own undoing right now. So the remedy to that is saying a prayer at morning, or just even a little meditation. I saw this, one guy did this like 2-minute, 2-minute meditations, which comes to 4 minutes. But 4 minutes is pretty nice, and just sitting cross-legged and having, one hand above the other and looking at it. And just letting all your negative karma and prejudgments go. That's all you have to do. Just breathe in and ask that you be open to good things that are healing and appropriate to reduce harm and bring more light and consciousness in this time. That's what you got to do. You got a lot of energy right now. And you look like a leader with Saturn in your 10th house. So even though you might have this wimpier self-position, oh, I can't do anything, rise up. This is the time for David, to get Goliath. This is a time for young King Arthur to take the sword out of the stone. This is the time. And you're that person. And we want to make it happen and make a difference. So thanks for tuning in. You got to do that, but you got to do it consciously. And I look forward to seeing you in the new year, which will be the year of the cock, the fire cock. So as of this coming Friday at 4:07 p.m., a week from today, it'll be Gung Hei Fat Choi. And this is it. Saying goodbye to the year of the fire monkey with all its joys, deceptions, and disappointments to make way for the rooster. And hopefully we won't just keep pecking at the same issue over and over again. See you then.